Jim Carrey says it best. He says, "I wish everyone would get rich and famous and have everything they've ever dreamed of to realize that's not the answer." That's a punch in the gut. Because I have dreams, and quite honestly, I do feel like they're gonna fill something in me. Because they're my dreams, they're my passions. I can see myself doing it. And you're telling me that's not the answer? Let me ask you this question. What is the difference between you and someone that's famous? When they walk down the street, yes, people might know them. People are not going to know you because they're just average persons. They have more likes, comments, followers on Instagram. True. Okay. But what about their human? Like, what about their being is different than you? Do they have like a third arm? Like, what's different? Absolutely nothing. What's different is the validation they get from other people. What's different is the amount of eyes they have on them. What's different is their day-to-day life, because when they do walk into Walmart, they will get known. Would you still do what you want to do if nobody knew you're the one that did it? Obviously, it's different if you're a YouTuber, a podcaster, a speaker. Your face is the front of your brand. But if you are so passionate about something, if you want to change lives, and that's the reason you want to be famous, would you still do it if no one knew you did it? Fame is a very self-gratifying way of living. That's why so many people in LA lose their souls, literally, because they're so indulged in this attention that they're receiving all the time. I mean, every time they refresh their Instagram, they'll get a new compliment about themselves. Human beings throughout the time and space we've been here on this earth have never experienced such a thing. It's almost overwhelming. But I want to ask you, I want to challenge you, because you clicked on this video labeled, "Why do you want to be famous?" So you might want to be famous. I want to ask you about your personal life. Are you having that influence that you want to reach for millions on the 10 people that you work with, or the 1,000 people on your Instagram? Because I think that's really what it comes down to. I think being famous and that intention, if it is to help somebody, needs to be rewired into, how can I help the people in my day-to-day life? But if your intention isn't legit like that, and it's not like, okay, I really want to make a difference, we need to talk. If you want to be famous just to be known, that's just so empty. Why do you want to be known? Maybe ask yourself, why do I want to be known by so many people? And you might find that the answer is actually going to really challenge you. You might actually be scared of the answer, because some of you might be like, dang, I don't know, it'll make me feel good that people know me. It'll make me feel important. Do you feel important alone? Do you like yourself alone? I think at the end of the day, with these thoughts on being famous, is because at the end of the night, when they're alone in their apartment, in their bed, by themselves, or with their spouse, but their spouse, is asleep, whatever, and they're really alone, a lot of people don't like themselves. Maybe you don't like yourself. And can I challenge you, instead of seeking that from other people, from other sources of validation, you actually learn to get to know yourself, because you can't like someone you don't know. I love saying that because it's so true. People ask, how do you love yourself? How do you find yourself? You have to get to know yourself. In order to get to know yourself, you need to spend time with yourself. You need to get alone. You need to get away from your phone, away from distractions. And maybe after all that, you'll realize you don't actually want to be famous, but what you were searching for all along was self-love, was validation. There was this time, even, within the last year, because I've been really getting to know myself more than I even thought I did in the past, but I was really searching and seeking for likes, comments, subscribers, and I really got a high when my videos were doing well and all of this, and I kept chasing it, and I wanted more and more and more. But what I realized, actually, and this is why I love doing this work, is I realized that when I was younger, I got overspoken a lot. I was very timid, very shy. I never felt like my voice was heard. So when that was happening, I finally felt seen. I finally felt heard. I finally felt noticed. But then I had to take a step back and be like, no, but I noticed myself. So none of these people literally matter. And also, my heart behind it was sometimes good. Like, I want to reach so many people, but we have to steward the flock we have right now. It says that in the Bible. Steward where you're at. If you are in an office and you work with 4 other ladies, be the best example you are to them. You don't have to be an influencer just when you hit 100K followers. You can be an influencer with your 100 followers. You will change their lives. You can post like an influencer. You can do all these things. You don't have to wait until it appears in your reality to start influencing. Being famous is just being known by a lot of people. Here's the definition of famous, because I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's just being known by a lot of people. You being famous, don't keep saying that, because your wish might be granted and you might be famous for the wrong reason. If you want to be known, at least let it be for a good thing, and at least put yourself aside and boost up what you're creating, boost up whatever God has given you, the gift, speaking, writing, but do it knowing that it can be taken away so fast. It can be taken away as fast as it came up. You're famous now, the next day, and everyone might forget about you, and you need to be okay with that. You need to be okay with having your close people love you, loving yourself, having God love you, because at the end of the day, everyone else, they might just move on. That's the thing about fame. They might just move on and forget about you. The internet might turn against you and end up hating you and talking bad about you. And, you gotta be prepared for what you're asking for. It's not all fun and games. It's not all light and love. It's being famous, although I'm not, I can imagine that is a very different reality. And they don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about that, but I know. Because how could it not? Okay, guys, I hope this questioned your thought process for a little bit. Why do you want to be famous? Answer that. Make sure it's for a good cause, a good reason. And remember that we're all gonna die one day, and it doesn't even matter. Sorry, but it's true. We're all gonna die. Literally, no one's gonna remember you. Sorry. But if they are, again, let it be for a great reason. Just like George Washington. I don't even know what he did. I know he was the first president, and I know that. Hold on, who created the light bulb? Was that Teddy Roosevelt? I know he was a president. That's why I failed history freshman year of high school. Okay, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope this inspired you to question your motives on everything in life, and I'll talk to you in a video soon. Bye. Okay, it was Thomas Edison. I knew